Alright, let's see what's going on in Libtard City. With Texas abortion laws and Rittenhouse found not guilty, sets the stage for civilians to police other civilians with lethal force if they feel threatened in policing other civilians, something they shouldn't even be doing. This is madness. Do you want your neighbors policing you? I thought you wanted to defund the police, you freaking bimbo. Alright. Maybe that was a little step over the line. I actually do like Grace Randolph sometimes. But her political hot takes are pretty shitty. I don't hold it against her, okay? I believe she's just another person who is caught up in this media lie, who's caught up in this web of media lies. Once you break free, it's pretty awesome, right? But when you work and you do your thing all day, and Grace Randolph, she does her thing, she does her channel, and for the most part, she does a pretty good job. I don't, disagree with her a lot, with her movie takes. But that's what she is. She's a movie critic. Anything other than that, her opinion is doo-doo. But yes, if you do defund the police, you will end up with, having to police your own neighborhoods with weapons when riots happen. And that's essentially what was going on here. We had a kid who showed up in a neighborhood that he lives in. Okay, he works in. Okay, he knew the area. He knew the neighborhood. He was given the rifle after he arrived. He didn't carry a rifle across state lines, which is why the gun charges were dropped. And the kid got off, okay, because it was clear self-defense, all right? And just the jury thought long and hard about this, okay? They wanted to get this right, and they did, all right? And when you're, people like when you're Grace Randolph, right? And this is what's shitty about the web of media lies, right? Grace Randolph has some sort of prominence, right? And I know the facts because, look, I do nothing all day but play video games and watch the news and listen to metal music. So that's my life in a nutshell. She, like many others, watched these trials exclusively through CNN, MSNBC, Fox News even, and they don't get everything, right? I was having to follow I was following independent sources and seeing the stuff that the mainstream media was leaving out. Okay, they left out all the stuff that exonerated Kyle Rittenhouse, which is precisely why the people that exclusively watch the trial through CNN think he's a white supremacist psychopath, and he got away with it because America's full of white supremacists, and the jury is full of white supremacists. And they didn't actually watch the trial and saw Bender, this freaking prosecutor, go fucking nuts. Look, I know how bad these prosecutors can be. Okay, their job is to get a verdict no matter what. They've got to get someone for something. It is mostly disproportionately poor people, whites, mostly whites. But yes, blacks, Hispanics, it's mostly poor people that end up getting the stick from these people because they don't have the money to fight these charges. They end up getting assigned to free attorneys that are paid for by the city they're rooks, okay? Let's be real. A lot of them are rooks, or a lot of them are just lazy, The system, yes, I know is busted, all right? But that's a good thing about this trial, and people that actually watched the trial that wasn't on, CNN, they were actually able to get a grasp on how shitty the justice system can really be, especially for someone who's clearly innocent. And this will be the argument for people that are against the death penalty, stuff like this, because Kyle Rittenhouse was clearly, not guilty. But at the end of the day, we got the right verdict here. I'm not one of those people that says, abolish the death penalty because people like Richard Ramirez, John Wayne Gacy, and Ted Bundy do exist. I'm not gonna fight that battle. So, my point is that this was a gigantic red pill for a lot of people out there. I saw a lot of people turn on this case here because of this whole thing. We'll start with this article here. A Wisconsin jury on Friday found Kyle Rittenhouse not guilty on all charges in the fatal shooting of two men during protests in Kenosha nearly 15 months ago. Rittenhouse, 18, from nearby Anatonk, Illinois, was charged with reckless homicide in the slaying of Joseph Rosenbaum, 36, and intentional homicide in the death of Anthony Huber, 26, on August 25th, 2020. During protests, these were riots. See, that again, mainstream media here. During protests over shooting over the shooting days earlier of a black man, Jacob Blake, by a white Kenosha police officer. Blake was paralyzed from the waist down. The shooting led to days of often violent protests. Okay, see, there we go. Often violent protests. Okay, they're not violent protests. Those are riots. Violent protests. Fiery but mostly peaceful. See, and I brought this up to somebody when they started to turn here. I was like, when you see that the media has lied to you about one thing, the media lies to you about everything. When you see that, like, they're still calling these often violent protests. They're still protests. You're like, dude, these aren't protests. These are fucking riots. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Fiery but mostly peaceful. The panel also cleared Rittenhouse of attempted intentional homicide for severely wounding Gase Grosskreutz, a paramedic from Super. See, they're still doing this shit. See, what happened was, and if you paid attention to the case, like I know you did, Grosskreutz, or Grosskreutz, I can't even say his fucking name, he's such a fucking idiot. He testified that Kyle Rittenhouse only shot when Gage pointed his gun at him. And once you said that, you saw the facepalm of all facepalms that only Naked Gun could surpass. See, this is what drives me nuts. The media trying to paint these freaking morons as victims. And look, I feel sorry for their families, alright? But look, Joseph Rosenbaum's fiance, I feel like in this case, the victims' lives don't matter. Look, sweetie, you were about to marry a fucking wife beater. Are you kidding me? And it looks like he might have beaten you a few times with his ugly stick, if you know what I mean. Now, I'm not going to show sympathy for these fucking people. They were rioters, wife beaters, pedophiles. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Dude, that meme of Kyle Rittenhouse as an American hero going around is fucking true. He spent his stimulus check on guns and ammo, number one. He killed a pedo, killed a wife beater, and blew the bicep off of another fucking rioting psychopath. Dude, give this kid a medal. Yep, so here you go. Joseph Don Rosenbaum lived in Kenosha. He had an open case for misdemeanor bail jumping that was filed on July 30th, 2020. The conditions of his bond read not to possess or consume alcohol, not to possess or consume controlled substances without a prescription, no contact including the residence, electronic, or third party with Carrie Ann S. Park, Ridge, Carrie Ann Stewart. Alright, so just like a Jerry Springer or a Maury episode, the fiancé is defending the wife beater. She has a freaking open case for battery against him. See why I can't take these people seriously. Rosenbaum also had open misdemeanor cases for battery, domestic abuse, and disorderly conduct, domestic abuse. Newly released documents obtained by Wisconsin right now from the Piami County, Arizona clerk confirmed Rosenbaum was charged by a grand jury with 11 counts of child. Hey, all right. So he was a wife beater and a pedophile. Again, Carrie Ann, cannot take you seriously. Now, at the end of the day, justice was served for Kyle Rittenhouse and his victims. Yeah. I said, hey, it's a good day. It's a good day for those who believe in liberty and believe in the Second Amendment, believe in protecting themselves, but even protecting their communities from a bunch of psychopaths. So hopefully this verdict will quell these riots that are going to happen over the weekend, because believe me, there's going to be riots. But they basically said you are free to go out and defend your communities from these psychopaths, okay? And that's probably going to happen, okay? Because if Antifa and BLM show up at Kenosha again, believe you me, there's going to be plenty of Kyle Rittenhouses, okay? These leftoid psychopaths better fucking stay away, because they just ruled against y'all, okay? So it looks like they're tired of all the rioting, all the bullshit y'all got away with for the past couple years, okay? Looks like the fun time's over for you guys, okay? Go the fuck home, okay? Go smoke some weed and get a fucking job, okay? Like, seriously. Now let's troll some leftoids on Twitter. Oh, 1619 Project, bitch. Let's see here. In this country, you can even kill white people and get away with it. If those white people are fighting for black lives, this is the legacy of 1619 that you don't even make no sense. So, Kyle is a white supremacist for killing a pedophile, a wife beater, and defending his community from a bunch of rioting psychopaths. That's white supremacy. Yep. These people, I swear. This was a blatant message to white allies. Don't do it. Yeah, don't go around burning down the fucking buildings and starting riots in the streets and going around starting all kinds of violent shit, because you will get capped by the citizens. Now go the fuck home and get a job, you hippie. This is a great meme right here. Let me move me. Let me move me. There we go. Back to my old spot. One nation under AR-15s, completely divisible with liberty and justice for white folk. Wait, yeah, when Texas decided to go straight up constitutional carry, to celebrate, I went and put an AR-15 on layaway at the local pawn shop, so I only got a couple more payments left on that motherfucker. So I guess I'm a white supremacist for owning an AR-15, never mind the fact that I'm a beaner. These facts don't matter to these people. They just want to say stupid shit to get all kinds of likes, and this is quite literally stupid fucking shit. They got 9,685 likes. I've just seen the verdict in the UK. Absolutely devastated. But see, I love it when the UK and the Canadian clowns come and start talking about American politics. And to be fair, I have chimed in a little bit every once in a while. But for the most part, I don't give a fuck, okay, about what goes on over there. Except it is concerning with all the authoritarianism that's been going on in Australia, Austria, and other countries, because they're trying to pull that shit here. So it is important to, when that shit happens, to call it out. But at the same time, I'm not being lied to by the BBC like this fucker is. So, you know, Redcoats owned yet again! This tells me that anyone can drive to Kenosha, carry an AR-15 that doesn't belong to them, with armor-piercing rounds, and no one can bother them. But if someone does, then they can shoot it, and it's okay. Will this be the same outcome if there were a minority doing it? Do these people even read this shit before they hit send? You know, the great Herm Edwards once said, "Don't do it. Don't press send. Don't press send. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't press send." That's good advice that sometimes I should take, but at the same time, I'm a shit-posting edgelord, so, you know, my whole deal is to piss people off, specifically libtards, which today is a day to piss them off. But anyone with half a brain and was actually watching the trial that wasn't on CNN could have told you that, you know, Rittenhouse was innocent, okay? These people were trying to kill him. He tried to run away, and they chased him. All three of these fools. He was asked to come protect a business that he worked at, because over the past nights of riots, it had been hit up and burnt, and it had been hit up, glass broken. Okay, so he was asked to come and make sure no one did it again. Okay, because insurance was only going to cover so much of this shit. That's what people say. Well, they have insurance. Let the insurance take care of it. Insurance only covers so much of this shit, and you know, here's a check for $50,000. Great, there's $100,000 done in my business. What am I going to do now? Take this check and what? Go try and open another business for $50,000? I'm out. I'm out $100,000, you assholes. That shit was real, okay? But, you know, these people don't understand how life works. They're just a bunch of angry fucking kids who don't know jack shit about anything. That have been lied to, okay? That have been brainwashed since, you know, elementary school. There's a new Matrix movie coming out, which I don't know how they're going to do that, and I'm pretty sure the Wachowski sister or whatever is going to find a way to muck it up like these woke people always do. But there is one really good quote that I remember from the first Matrix. Morpheus. He said that people that are stuck in... There's certain people stuck within the Matrix that are so dependent on the system that they will defend it to the death, or something like that. That's a lot of these people. They've been lied to and brainwashed so much that they will defend their ideal to the death, even though they're fucking wrong. And not everyone's going to break away from the Matrix, man, unfortunately, because a lot of people lost a lot of friends because of this trial. But at the same time, a lot of people woke up because of this trial. And there's going to be more red pills on the horizon. So, anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like what you see, like what you hear, go and like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Gab, Minds, all those in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.